drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. The wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Whoa, 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 ahoy, whoa, whoa, whoa. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and teddy pants less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and then we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we lay down our bets. No serious analysis, no expert critique, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. Sideline jokes and post-match tales, all the big goofs and epic fails. We're not so serious and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in a world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Wasted world of sports, here's to more cheers. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer.
Wasted Water Sports crew, ahoy! How's everybody doing? Welcome along to your Sunday ticket. Eels versus the Bulldogs coming up. Let's get straight into it, shall we? Four legs. Jacob Preston, try scoring beast, running on the inside of Lockie Galvin there. Jacob Preston, anytime try scorer. The Fox, Adokar, he's back in form. Para are starting to find him the ball. Anytime try scorer. Will Penasini. There'll be opportunities for the centres. Penasini and Nunva. Josh Curran has come into the starting squad at centre for the Doggies. So there is a real opportunity for the Bulldogs, for the Eels rather, to exploit the Bulldogs backline. So out of a choice between the two centres, I have gone with the more experienced Penasini. And to round it out, Jacob Kiraz. I've already got my edge forward on there. So we just round it out with Kiraz on the wing. That should get the job done today, hopefully. Around the chat rooms, ahoy there, everybody. Chris Bradley. Ahoy, mate. Channel member Chris Bradley. Channel member Heel Fries. Ahoy. Wayne Smith, 6420. Ahoy, mate. Dally over on TikTok. Ahoy, mate. And on the Twitch, Nuesti Lanapia. Welcome along. Nuesti is on Kiraz, Preston, Curran, and Penasini. Very, very close to mine. Daddy Shunters, ahoy, mate. Where were you for the Roosters game? I was working this morning into this afternoon, and I was enjoying it, watching it on TV, but ultimately, you know what? When it got to half-time and the Knights were still in the game, I thought, oh, man, I've made a bad call here by not streaming this game. And then the Roosters ran away with it in the second half. Comfortable victors in the end. So that's the news for the Bulldogs. Josh Curran starting at centre. That's going to be very interesting to see. Josh Curran usually plays as an edge forward. Edge forwards, they can fill in at centre from time to time, but will he have the pace? I mean, yeah, I think he'll go all right. He's a big, flexible guy with a little bit of speed behind him, so... Chris Bradley says, the way my tips have been going, I went the Dogs, but the Eels will probably win. Well, that's it. That's it. Names LV. Josh Curran into the starting squad for Stephen Crichton, who ultimately will not be playing. Bronson Sherry, he was originally named at 4. He's shifting over to 3. I2K, mind you, with the Bulldogs, the numbers don't mean anything. The numbers don't mean anything at the best of times. They play left, they play right. Doesn't really matter what numbers on their back, and especially true at the Bulldogs. Odd Popper, ahoy, mate. Wayne Smith says, let's go the Doggies. Yeah, look, I've tipped the Bulldogs in this one, but as we all know, I've developed a soft spot for the Eels. Heel Fries, a big, long-time Eels supporter, will tell you that when this channel first started, I had it in for the Eels big time. You know, how I am with the Broncos now, that's how I was with the Eels when this channel first started. And somehow, Heel Fries, after all these years and those first couple of seasons of Eels hate, stuck around. And, yeah, credit to him for that. Credit to Heel Fries for understanding that it's all a little bit of banter and it's all fun and games, even if it's directed at your team. Yes, indeed, this game is on Channel 9. So, for those in Australia, can catch it on Channel 9. Injury concerns, of course, for the Eels. They've lost so many players. And with Josh Curran filling in at the centres. Looking forward to this one, the final game of the round. What a wonky old round it's been. I have tipped the Bulldogs. Can they back it up after that game against the Panthers? Hato176 says, come on, Para. Should be a good game. If the Bulldogs play like they did against the Panthers, they might be unstoppable. Rapetti Palvale. Ahoy, mates. Well, no surprise, we are on the Captain Morgan's, my friend. Odd Poppet coming in tough with the gifted Waste of World of Sports membership on YouTube. And the beneficiary is Wayne Smith. Welcome to the channel members, Wayne, on behalf of Odd Poppet. Very generous of you there, Odd Poppet, my friend. Teams out on the field. Kickoff not far away in this one. There's the Para Old Boys. Let's see. Will this be enough to lift the Eels to a big victory? And it would be a big victory, considering their injury concerns. Still a solid enough team, though, the Eels have got. E.B. Williams, ahoy, mate. You've got Burton, Preston, and the Fox. Hopefully you don't have a heart attack like last week's game. Let's find out. Will it go down to the wire? Or will it be a blowout one way or the other? Hopefully it's a game that goes down to the wire. Bulldogs running right to left and kicking off. Get off the ground, you goofs! The people doing the pre-game entertainment are still hanging around on the field. We want to get this started. King Glocks bigger anytime. Curran, Fox, and Galvin. Referee blows the whistle. We're off and running. Bulldogs with the kickoff. Para running left to right here in front of a ferocious home crowd. And it's Junior Bolo with the first hit up. Let's see. Oldies Day. That's probably not the right way to say it, but yeah. They've got the Para legends there at the ground. A very boisterous home crowd. Can that lift the Eels to go above and beyond in performance today? Williams, the former Shark, playing in the number 12 this week. So we'll keep an eye on him. I like to keep an eye on the former Sharks. And for the Bulldogs, of course, former Shark, Bronson Sherry. Eels get the kick away down to the 10, taken by Connor Tracy. And Tracy winds up just short of the 30-meter line. Bulldogs in possession after the Eels navigate their first set. There'll probably be a fairly substantial feeling out process in this game. Almost finals-like in nature. For the opening 10 minutes or so is what I'm expecting. Montoya plays at 10 short of halfway. And now a good run from Leo Thompson. Getting his first taste of action as a Bulldog. Former Knight, Leo Thompson. Salmon up over halfway on play 4. Options left and right. They go right for Galvin, who puts it high. And chasing through to put pressure on the Fox, who leaps and takes it. Picked up and driven back, though, the Fox. He's held up off the deck by Preston and Curran. Aussie John, ahoy, mate. And Austin, ahoy there, mate. Welcome over on TikTok. Big defense again from the Dogs, driving the Eels backwards to their own 10. 2 minutes of utter aggression. This is what the Bulldogs did to the Panthers. Attacking defense is what they say in rugby union terms, but the Eels struggling to get some go forward here. Big hits coming in from the Bulldogs. Until now, because they've bent the line at last. Charlie Guymer up to halfway as Moses now puts the kick away on the 5th and last. Connor Tracy takes it on the full, 10 metres out. And the Bulldogs back in possession. Spinner Shark, ahoy, mate. Greetings from Bali. Oh, geez, are you on Mad Monday early, are you? Look out, Bali. Spinner Shark's in town. Mr. Ed's dead, ahoy, mate. Over on the Twitch. Waste of World of Sports, live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on TikTok. Each and every week. Short side, Burton. Dummies. And he goes to ground on halfway. 5th and last, Galvin wants it in midfield, gets it. He puts it high, targeting the Fox again. Fox under pressure, he's tackled early. Penalty. They mistimed that one. Marcelo Montoya just. And a very relieving penalty here for the Eels. Fox under pressure, but he was taken just a step too early. El Bato, 0102, ahoy. And Sethi Wilson, ahoy, welcome along. From their own 20, Eels will find touch just shy of halfway. 4 minutes gone, no score. And it has been that real finals footy feeling out process to start this contest. A full set of 6, though, inside the Dogs' territory. Here's Williams. He's talking about him just before. Gets a late offload back for Bolo. Bolo takes on Galvin. And Lockie Galvin stands his ground with the big beast running at him. Moses shifts on here for Moretti. And the Dogs up quickly again. Chopping him down, 25 out midfield. DeBellin with a settler. 20 out, 5th and last. Eels go left. Papali, dummies, goes to ground 10 metres out. Well, now it's the 5th. Channel 9 have got the score bug wrong again. Moses with the crossfield kick. Penasini bumped off the ball. Taken by the Bulldogs. Bronson Sherry, half a metre out from his own try line. Penasini, surely he was escorted off the ball there, but obviously not my decision to make. Peter Bosch, thank you very much for the super chat on YouTube. Helping to keep your fridge stocked, mate. Cheers. Very much appreciated. Guymer Mel, ahoy. Bulldogs survive an early scare there. The crossfield kick to Penasini. He couldn't make an attack on it. Bronson Cherry was able to take it. Dogs now 30 metres out from their own line. 5th and last. Big kick needed. And it's downfield where the Eels let it bounce inside their own 20. Always dangerous. But it sits up at the back for Papali. Taken to ground by a good Bulldogs kick chase. Shadow, ahoy. Chris Bradley says, what the hell is going on with Junior's hair? I did have a theory once that perhaps he was late for training or late for a game, and he kind of went and probably training. He probably went in the morning for a haircut on training day, and he sat down and they started, I'll have it shaved, thanks, and they started shaving. And he went, oh, crap, I've got to get to training. No time to finish. I'm going to get upset. That was, the coach will absolutely hammer me if I'm not there on time. Don't worry about the back. Moses puts the high ball up. Taken by Carraz. Carraz is tackled inside the 20. So both teams just completing and just, yeah, that feeling out process we talked about. Finals footy-like in the early goings of this one. Shadow, thank you very much for the heart me on TikTok. Cheers, mate. Hayward comes down the short side. And Samuel Hughes stands in the 3-man tackle. Salmon to Galvin in midfield. Preston spins out of the first contact. He's taken down on halfway. 5th and last. Galvin puts it high. Doing a lot of kicking so far today, Galvin. Chasing hard on Papali, who can't get away from the kick chase of Curran. And Josh Curran starting out in the centres today. And he is showing some good pace. A late offload, back for Penasini. Puts the fend on and can't get away from Sherry and Kiraz on this right edge. Guymer back into midfield. Trying to edge his way back in there. Anyways, 10 short of halfway. 2 left here. Here's Junior Bolo and the half-finished haircut. 5th and last. Moses from halfway puts it high. Again into the corner he goes. Dangerously close to the sideline. And Connor Tracy puts a foot in touch to make it out on the fall. Heads up play from Connor Tracy. And the Bulldogs will come all the way back to halfway. Mitchell Moses wants to burn a captain's challenge. He wants to burn a challenge on this call. He just put it too close to the sideline. Connor Tracy put his foot on the sideline and caught it, making it out on the full. Moses went immediately for the challenge. Let's see, did Tracy get his timing right? Yes, he did. And Mitchell Moses, I mean, I know that nobody really ever wants to admit making a mistake, but he has just burnt the team's captain's challenge nice and early here. Craig Howarth, ahoy, mate. As the Bulldogs will start play here on the halfway line. Moses, we saw that last week as well from Mitch. Just got a little too close to the sideline with the kick, and Guymer Mel, your tips are so bad this week, but surprisingly, you've won a same-game multi in AFL. What? Short side now, Burton to kick out, angling back in, 40 metres out from the line. First opportunity of the game. Bulldogs should have it at the end of this set. Salmon to Galvin. Out the back for Tracy. Numbers right. Tracy straightens, though, and he's brought down by Riley Smith. 20 metres out. Over on that right edge. Salmon back into midfield. They're going to shift left now, the Bulldogs. Left, right. Left, right. And it's Kickow, who's held up and driven back. Burton fires it across into Leo Thompson, who's bumped back in the tackle. Big Junior Borlo over the top. He'll go and get that haircut finished one day, Junior. Fifth and last, Galvin, again with the kicking. Puts it high. This is a beautiful kick. Lost forward by the Fox. Curran can't control it, but it will be a knock on and a result for the Bulldogs. Scrum down, 10 metres out. Knee crumbler, ahoy, mate. They can't challenge this even if they wanted to, because Mitch Moses burnt their challenge. Yeah, and he clearly, oh, jeez. That last replay, I'm actually not convinced that Fox touched it. But anyway, they can't challenge it because Mitch Moses burnt the challenge already. Bulldogs scrum down, 10 metres out. They've chosen to have it on the right. Galvin brings it back infield. Play one in front of the post. Hayward goes the crash ball for Hughes. Picked up and, well, he's not picked up. He got himself back to ground and stands in the three-man tackle. Galvin to Tracy. The double pump for Curran. A metre short on that right edge. Hayward dummies. Goes in on his own, Hayward. And he's driven back. Solid defense from the Eels. 5 metres out. Curran goes into dummy half. Gives it to Galvin. Thompson to Burton as they shift left now. Sherry with the flick pass up for Carraz. And Carraz is unmarked. He'll score on the left edge. 4-0 Bulldogs. Tick off the multi. Jacob Kiraz. But that was fantastic work from Bronson Sherry as the Bulldogs shift left through the hands. Thompson to Burton. Kickouts the decoy. They don't go the short ball. They go out the back to Sherry. Sherry draws in two. Gets Kelly to jam in off the wing. And the flick pass out the back of the hand to Carraz. Strolls over in the corner. And the try's already confirmed. It was that easy. Somstar, ahoy, mate. How are you doing? Matt Burton with the goal-kicking duties. In the absence of Stephen Crichton, Matt Burton taking over from the sideline. Over on this left edge. He starts it a little too straight, and it bends across the face to remain 4-0 in favour of the Dogs. Jacob Kiraz with the opening try and an early tick off the multi. That's what we love to see. Odd Poppet, yes. So Mitch Moses put the ball a little too close to the sideline, and a great heads-up play from Connor Tracy at the back. Put his foot on the sideline and caught the ball, which exactly the same, mate, as I'm sure you're aware, but exactly the same as in the rugby union. Makes it out on the full. They come back from where Moses kicked it. Moses decided to challenge that call, not believing that Tracy had put his foot down in time and actually caught it in the field of play, which of course he did not. 7 minutes into the contest, captain's challenge burnt by the captain. So they couldn't have even thought about challenging that knock on by the Fox, even if they wanted to, as now Montoya gets up and tries to play it quickly, and he doesn't control it. The Eels will get a chance to hit straight back. Oh, Marcelo, what have you done? Tell you what he's done. He's dropped the ball, and 30 meters out, an opportunity for the Eels. Scrum down, 20 meters out. Left edge. Big open side to the right. They're all over here. Not a single player down the blind side. And they go the inside crash ball for Moretti. And it's an easy read for Kickow and Hayward. 20 meters out midfield. DeBellin chews off another 10 meters. Getting closer here, the Eels. Heading across to the left for Williams to run the angle back. 5 meters out. Flat pass to Moretti in front of the posts. 2 left. Eels right again. Volkman. The drop off for Guymer. Guymer heads back towards the posts. 5th and last. What can they come up with here? They go to Junior Paulo at first receiver. Now Volkman. A huge cutout pass to the Fox. Fox gets on the outside of his man and scores a miracle. Josh Adokar scores the try, not only to level the scores, but get tick number 2 already off this same game multi. The Fox completely stands up. Now, I might be mistaken. Let's have a look at the replay. Josh Curran caught in no man's land in midfield here. They had a 3-on-2, and he puts a huge, don't argue, on Marcelo Montoya. And I tell you what, Montoya drops the ball in the play the ball to give the Eels this opportunity, and then he doubles down by missing the one-on-one tackle on the Fox. Mr. Marcelo, he'll want to forget these last 5 minutes existent. Judah Shivian, ahoy, mate. I tell you what, speaking of rugby fans, I can't wait for Super Rugby Finals. I'll be, just so that everybody's aware, all the diehard NRL supporters that obviously follow us, NRL's a huge part of the channel, but just a heads up that when Super Rugby Finals come around, I'll pretty much be covering all of those over an NRL regulation round game. Try confirmed. And then when we get into the Rugby Championship season and the All Blacks are playing, forget about it. The try has been confirmed here out wide. Josh Adokar. For all, Moses from the sideline. Well, this is interesting. Moses not kicking. It's Volkman taking on the kicking. And maybe that's why, son of a bitch, from the sideline, hooks it straight down the middle. Volkman with the conversion. And Mitch Moses might never see the kicking duties again. The Eels lead 6 points to 4. 17 gone. Oh, that was a great hit back. 2 ticks off this multi already. I mean, it's exciting nonetheless, but it's not exactly a very high-paying one. It's not about the money, is it? It's about the fun and the good times and, yeah, enjoying oneself. As Junior Borlo from the back fence takes the first hit up, and now DeBellin brings it to the 20. Parramatta with some huge momentum here. Penalty to the Eels. The Bulldogs with high contact. And this is now another piggyback upfield. The discipline of the Bulldogs has gone out the window. Odd Poppet says, I did not think Para would have taken the lead, especially not this early. Yeah, fair shout, Odd Poppet. I thought early might have been their best opportunity, to be honest. No offense at all intended to the Eels. They're a great team. I actually predicted the Eels to make the 8 before all their injuries happened. I had the Eels in my top 8 at the start of the year. And then all the injuries happened. They got busted up. They've still got a decent team, though, despite the injuries. Maybe just not quite ready yet, some of these guys. That's the only problem. Eels up over halfway, though, off the back of that penalty. Moses takes the line on, and Burton puts him on his back. DeBellin with a settler in midfield. 20 metres out now. The Eels building nicely here. 2 tackles left. Moretti, dummies. And he is tackled 15 out from the line in midfield. They come right from Moses. He's going to kick for Penasini and Kelly. Kelly's up over the top of Kiraz, but can't get the ball. Kiraz lands it nicely. And he's jumped from the field of play. It'll be a goal line dropout. Celia, thank you very much for the heart me on TikTok, and Primrose with the You're Awesomeness. Salamat, my Filipino supporters. Goal line restart here for Matty Burton. I should imagine they'll try and go short here, the Bulldogs. Yes, they do. Burton pops it up. It's not going to go the 10. It goes back into the in-goal on the bounce, and it goes dead. Para will get the ball. Judah Shivian says, to me, the biggest shock of the season so far is the Storm. They were so solid last season and kind of suck now. I was having this conversation with a big Storm supporter just before. Some of you guys would know him. He co-hosts my wrestling shows and some Melbourne Storm games. Jace, they've got some injury concerns of their own, the Storm, at the moment. I think they'll be a much better team just for having Xavier Coates back. It is a little bit of a down year for them, but yeah, they'll be fine. Numbers left here for the Eels. Papali throws a huge forward pass. It was on again down that left edge. The Eels are loving life at the moment over there, taking advantage of Josh Curran. Josh Curran, of course, playing in the centres today. Unfamiliar territory for him at NRL level anyways. I don't know if he used to play juniors there. Perhaps there would have been a reason that Serrato would have been fine, but would have been absolutely fine with playing him there. Serraldo knows better than I do, I'm sure. But Josh Curran, he's been found out a couple of times defensively now. But yes, just on the Melbourne Storm, they'll be fine. I think Melbourne comfortably make the finals. I don't think they're a premiership threat this year, don't get me wrong. This is a rebuild year for them. But I think once they get their full complement of players back from injury, they'll be fine. They'll make the finals. Burton gets the kick away from inside the 40. And it's taken by Papali at the back. No, it's not. It's taken by Brian Kelly at the back. He returns it 30 metres out from their own line now, the Eels. 6 points to 4, they lead. 1 try apiece, the conversion from Volkman. Mitch Moses not doing the kicking today. Junior Borlo. And his half-done haircut. Up over the halfway line he goes. DeBellin Out the back for Volkman. Dummies almost cuts through. Brought down by Galvin and Preston. Moses on the 5th and last from 40 out. Puts it high. Contestable ball to the right edge. Pressure on Kiraz. Or Tracy. And it's Connor Tracy who ultimately comes down with it. And now Curran from dummy half. Taken down on the 20-metre line for the Bulldogs. Tries to milk a penalty or a 6 again there. And he better be careful. He fired up at the officials after the fact. And we saw a big red Corey Horsburgh penalised for dissent already this weekend. Got to be careful not to give another one away. As the Dogs march up towards halfway. Hughes has copped one around the chin. He's going to stay down here, Samuel Hughes. Frustration from Riley Smith. And the penalty's been given. It would have been 5th and last. Instead, it's a penalty on halfway. Samuel Hughes cops one around the chin. There is absolutely no way that hurt him. Look, it's high contact. I hate seeing players stay down, pretending they're hurt when they're clearly not, just to get a penalty. I mean, ultimately, that's on the officials, right? At the end of the day, the officials have to get these right at the time that it happens. Players won't feel the need to stay down and milk. But yeah, you really hate to see it. A big bloke like that, copping a little tap on the chin and staying down like he's just been punched by Mike Tyson, you know what I mean? It's not a good look. Through the hands right now, Preston has the ball knocked down by the Eels. Nanva gets hands on it. This will be a scrum down and Bulldogs ball. They'll keep the pressure on. 18 minutes left in the opening half. This is rugby, not soccer. The famous words of one of the greatest rugby officials who have ever officiated, Nigel Owens. What a legend. Oh, Primrose, thank you very much for the rose on the TikTok. Cheers. Salamat. Back into midfield now, the Bulldogs. Harry Hayes is on the field. Double H, Harry Hayes. Hayward goes right for Galvin. The stutter step. Tracy beats one. Fends off a second. Connor Tracy inside the 10. Halfway through the set now, the Dogs. Hayward brings it back into midfield for Salmon. Late pass for Galvin. Crash ball for Hughes, and it's 6 again. The Eels offside. 5 metres out, right in front of the post. Salmon, dummies. Takes on Dylan Walker. And he's brought down 5 metres out, 10 to the left of the uprights. Burton in midfield for Hayes. Galvin with the short ball to Preston. Oh, can you imagine Preston bursting over and 3 ticks off the multi. Burton tapped on by Kickow, but it's in behind Kiraz. He has to retreat for it, and he goes back beyond the 20. Comes back infield, beats Penasini, and runs into Big Junior Borlo and his half-done haircut. Late offload, but he'll be told to go back and play it. I think he was held. 10 metres out from the line, 2 tackles left. Galvin goes right. Out the back for Tracy, who double pumps, slides through, and he's brought down from behind by Nanva. Try-saving tackle. A metre out here, the Bulldogs. Galvin grubbers into the end goal. Needs it to sit up. Papali shadows it over the dead ball line. 7 tackle set. A lot of trust in his judgment there, Papali. But Nanva, Araz Nanva, the try-saving tackle on Connor Tracy. 7 tackle set inbound. Can they get themselves back down the other end? 6 points to 4, Parramatta lead. Straight up the middle goes Junior. Just short of halfway. Quick play the ball, and Riley Smith finds some space around the ruck. Into the Bulldogs territory they go. Walker's trapped. What a waste of a tackle that was. 5th and last. From 40 metres out, Moses down this short side, puts it high. Tracy's under it, 10 out from his own line, takes it and spins out of the contact of Kelly. But Penasini's there to bring him down with some help by Pryke. I think that's his name, Saxon Pryke. I don't want to call him anything else by mistake. Pryke is his name. Saxon, Pryke. That could easily slip up and be something it's totally not intended to be if I'm not careful. Early kick here from Hayward from dummy half. Inside the 40, doesn't get the bounce. Papali takes it on the 20. And the Eels back in possession. Right idea there. Oh, and now Papali stays down. He feels he's copped one high. Joash Papali staying down. And if it's, consistent, this will be a penalty to the Eels. And it is a penalty to the Eels. Josh Curran knew it too immediately. Checking on Papali after the fact. Yeah, so there we go. Saxon Pryke. Parramatta into the Bulldogs half on play one. Moses drops it off inside for Bolo. And I swear I'll stop going on about it. Junior will get that haircut finished one day. Moses with the dummy and the jink, and he can't get through, and he's hurt his ankle, has he? Moses might have just hurt his ankle here. He gets up and plays the ball, and he limps in back play. Now he's starting to get the little jog on. Yes, he might have just got a little burner there, Moses. Papali sends it left. Nanva cuts back in field. We got a penalty for an illegal strip. Penalty to the Eels. Take the 2. Yeah, Mitchell Moses, after that last tackle, he got up and played the ball. He was wincing in pain, but it seems like he's all right now. I tell you what, the Blues can't afford to lose any more players. Speaking of state of origin, Stephen Crichton already under injury cloud. Pain in the Haas now, under an injury cloud. Don't want to lose Mitch Moses as well, who at this stage of proceedings will be the walk-up starting number 6. Through the hands now, Bolo in midfield, spins into the tackle 20 meters out. Moses wraps around the back and links with Volkman. The inside ball for Williams. Some enterprising play here for the Eels, but the Bulldogs' defensive line intact for now. Cut out pass across the face to Junior Bolo. 5 meters out. Just a couple of meters to the right of the post. Moses to Volkman. From a standing start, he goes straight through. Puts a huge step on Connor Tracy. Breaks his ankles and scores beside the posts. Ronald Volkman. From a standing start out of nowhere. He beats 2 weak defenders, puts the step on the fullback, and plants it down for the Eels, who are looking very, very good here. Straight through Preston and Harry Hayes. Miscommunication there from the 2 edge forwards. Ronald Volkman. Why did they even bother signing Jonah Pezzett when you got this kid? Straight through he goes. Puts a huge, prime Freddie Fittler sidestep on Connor Tracy at the back. 10 points to 4. Wow. Honestly, bugger Pezzett off to the Broncos right now. And keep Volkman in the team. Judah Shivian says, do they not have scrums in the NRL? Is that union rules? Yeah, even when they do have scrums in the NRL, they're non-contested. Judah, it's an area of the game that they've basically phased out. When they do have a scrum, the rare situations that they have one, as Mitch Moses from right beside the post pops it over. So, yeah, that's interesting. maybe Parramatta fans could tell me if this is a regular thing or not, but Moses, it seems like, is not doing any of the distance or sideline kicking. When it's right in front of the post like that, Moses has stepped up and taken it. Okay, so he's still nursing an injury. He's still not necessarily 100%. So he'll take the easy kicks. That's fair enough. I figured there had to be a reason. I thought maybe the reason was that perhaps Volkman's just better from the sideline. Bulldogs get us underway again. 12 points to 4. Parramatta leading this contest. Junior Bolo stays down. Feels like he copped one across the face. He gets up and plays it, though, the big man. He will get that haircut finished one day, we swear. Walker outside the 20. Eels now out of the red zone. Narimu Chuhaka. You just need kick out. The Eels put the kick down into some open space, but it bounces up nicely for Connor Tracy at the back. Walker and Volkman lead the kick chase. 10 short of halfway. I've got 2 out of the 4. I just need Preston and Penasini. Bulldogs on halfway now. A big contact there on Kurt Mann. Put on his back by Junior Polo. Hayward goes right edge. Inside ball from Galvin to Tupanua. 40 out from the line now. 5th and last. Short side. Galvin puts it high. It won't be contestable. And it's taken by Papali at the back. 10 out from his own line. Well done. Kickout's primarily been used as the decoy today. I can't recall him doing any, like there he is now, Kickout in midfield making a tackle, but on attack, I don't recall Kickout really doing any damaging runs. He's used as the decoy. Maybe he's carrying a little bit of a niggle. Who knows? 5th and last now for the Eels. Walker plays it 40 out from their own line. Moses down this near touch line, puts the ball deep. Down to Sherry. Sherry takes it on the full and gives it off in field for Tracy. Tracy steps in field. And he's rocked in the tackle by Junior Bolo. 25 meters out. Late offload back for Tracy. Gives it to Montoya. And Montoya taken down. 30 out from their own line. The Bulldogs finding it tough going at the moment. Here's Curran now down the short side. Steps back in field. Almost a loose carry. He does hold on to it, though, in the end. Man, out the back to Tracy. Sherry now with the in and away. Can't fend off Penasini. And he's taken a ground on halfway. 5th and last. 5th and last coming up now. Man, dummy short. Goes long. Curran drops the ball. Huge hit from the Fox, jamming in from his edge. And Curran is hurt. Josh Adokar absolutely folded him in half. And Curran is still yet to get up. Fox jamming in from the wing. And he made the hit count. Right under the rib cage. Picks him up and drives him into the turf. Oh, he's pumped up today, the Fox. Maybe rather than Penasini, I should have had the Fox for 2. He needed to make that tackle, Josh Adokar, because Montoya would have been away if Curran could have got the ball out to him. 6.5 minutes to go till the break. Parramatta scrum feed on halfway. Lined up to the right again. Nobody down the short side. Walker to Volkman. Drops it off here for Guymer. Walker again across the face of the defense for Pryke. Moses Goes out the back for Penasini. And quick hands now for Kelly. Kelly has shown the sideline. Puts the grubber kick in for Papali. Papali scores. The Parramatta Eels are absolutely flying. Joash Papali off the Brian Kelly kick into the end goal. And this team can do no wrong at the moment. It was the Fox on halfway jamming in, forcing the mistake from Curran that got them the ball in the Bulldogs half. And some slick hands down the right edge. Kelly bumps off the tackle of Burton, gets the kick away as he's being taken down by Kickow. And it sits up in the end goal for Joash Papali. Some really poor defense again from the Bulldogs. 16 points to 4. Wow. The Eels. They are putting up a show to be proud of so far. The Bulldogs thumped back to earth. 16 points to 4. Kick to come. Halftime approaching. Fins up. Ahoy, mates. Curran having a rough few weeks. Has a bullseye on his chest. Ahoy, Murphy. Over there on the TikTok. Wasted Water Sports, live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on TikTok. Each and every weekend. Not necessarily for every game. For those couple of people that got salty at me for not being live the last game. Moses puts the conversion down the middle. And it is 18 points to 4. The Eels over the Bulldogs. What a performance it's been. This opening half, can they go on with it? The Bulldogs just, yeah, what a wake-up call this has been for them. Beating the Panthers and then tossing up this effort. Four minutes to go until the halftime break. Dogs get us back underway. Parramatta 18 points to 4. Controlling the flow of this one. Emmanuel walks with you. Ahoy, mate. You're late to the party. Better late than never, my friend. That's what I always say, but that's only because I'm late everywhere. Big hit from Kickow, who came flying up out of the line. Williams spins down the short side. Walker back in midfield. Takes on Bailey Hayward. Fifth and last for the Eels. The kick from Moses from inside his own 40. Sends it deep and straight down the throat of Tracy at the back. Tracy winds up. Why would your dad give you an ahoy? Out of curiosity. Has he caught on to the lingo, has he? Josh Curran up to the 40. 3 tackles gone this set. Tupanua bumps off the first tackle. He's taken aground by Moses and Walker just short of halfway. Volkman goes with Preston and brings him down. And Preston finally got a one-on-one with the smaller guy. And Volkman takes him down. Galvin now from halfway puts this one high. Lands it inside the 20. Easy take at the back here for the Eels. Brian Kelly gets the late offload to Papali, who spills it. It sits up for Burton. Is this the mistake that swings the momentum? Kick out inside the 20. Oh, they got a little too fancy for their own good there, the Eels. A little too fancy. And the Bulldogs have been presented an opportunity here with 2 minutes to go till the break. Inside the 20. Hayward comes back down the left edge. Burton to Sherry. Sherry from a standing start is held up and shown the sideline. 5 meters out. Carraz at dummy half fires it over to Burton. And Hayward now in midfield. But man, numbers right. Preston goes straight through. Links up with Tracy, who spills the ball. Parramatta's defense holds firm. The Dogs were through. Preston had the arms free. Presented the offload. Tracy couldn't hold on. 18 points to 4. The kick, not the kick to come. 18 points to 4. The Eels back in possession. Inside the final minute now till the halftime break. Scrum down, 10 out in midfield. The Eels. As Junior Bollo off. He's got a gash on his knee there, Junior. Penasini goes straight through. Flicks it out to Moses. Moses kicks from inside the 40. And now it's a foot race. Papali versus Kurt Mann. Mann wins the race back. He's tackled in goal. And with 28 seconds to go, that should see us into halftime. Kurt Mann to the rescue. I thought for sure Joash Papali had the pace there. Moses with the heads up play, kicking back in field. Will there be time for the restart? It's not looking likely. Bulldogs just taking their time. Winding the clock down. Siren sounds. And the referee says that is the halftime break. What a 40 minutes from Parramatta. 18 points to 4. The home crowd is delighted. Tries to Josh Adokar, Volkman and Papali. A try for the Bulldogs for Carraz. 4-leg multi here at the Waste of Water Sports. 2 legs done at the halftime break. We just need Preston and Penasini. And I'll tell you what, the way that this game's gone, both of them are looking likely. Or not necessarily likely. Both of them are looking really, really possible. Put it that way. But yeah, Ronald Volkman, what a standout he's been. Jonah Pezzett, send him to the Broncos right now. The Eels don't need him. They've got Ronald Volkman there. He is stepping up. Spinner Shark says, Tedesco song, please. All right, I'm going to have a break for half time. We'll be back for the second half after this. And yeah, Spinner Shark, by request, the James Tedesco song. And then maybe the Broncos song, because everyone loves that one.
1, 2, 3, 4, Teddy lost his shorts again. He's burning down the sideline. Boots blurred, defenders flatline. Eyes on the prize, he don't even flinch till his shorts get yanked and we all get a glimpse. Oh, he's got the moves, he's got the pace. The fullback fire, no one can chase. But every second game without fail, he moves the crowd like his tail's from the tail. Tedesco's got that power peach. Tears through lines like a one-man The game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play. But it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Whoa, 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 ahoy, whoa, whoa, whoa. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and teddy pants less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and then we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we lay down our bets. No serious analysis, no expert critique, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. Sideline jokes and post-match tales, all the big goofs and epic fails. We're not so serious and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in a world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Wasted world of sports, here's to more cheers. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer.
Waste to Water Sports crew, ahoy. Welcome back. Halftime here. 18 points to 4. The Eels in the lead of the Bulldogs. Odd pop it. Ahoy there, mates. Yo, hey, what bevy did you grab? Love to know what bevy you grabbed. Judah Shivian. You got a bet on this game. Could go either way. You need 45 points total. Could still happen. Yep, that could absolutely still happen. As fatigue starts to sink in, look for the game to open up in the second half. I'm feeling pretty good about mine. Hey, 4 legs. We've already got the Fox. We've already got Kiraz. I still need Preston. I still need Penasini. But feeling pretty good about it. The way that first half went. Preston, obviously, always very heavily involved in the Bulldogs' attack. Running off the hip of Lockie Galvin, that short ball. We've already seen it multiple times tonight. And for Penasini, the Eels are coming down this right edge just as much as they're going down the left edge. So he's in the game as well. Feeling pretty good about the SGM here. Oh, Cider? Really? Hang on. That's hilarious. I'm actually not really supposed to do this, but check this out, Odd Poppet. Oh, actually it's green, so it's gonna okay. Never mind. Anyway, the joke was supposed to be I've got a cheeky cider myself. But since the can is green, it came up invisible. Brogan Holick. Ahoy there, mate. Can I guess your Knights? Me? I go for the Sharks. So there you go. Yeah, the Greens. Oh, the drink. My drink. Oh, his drink. Knights is a drink, is it? Ah. The hell kind of drink is that? Mohammed Ibrahim. Ahoy, mates. Brogan is basically family. He was wondering what I was doing. Hopefully he'll join the Warren. Very nice. Brogan Holic sounds like a wrestler. Just, you know, it is WrestleMania day after all, WrestleMania weekend. Coming to the ring, weighing in at 125 pounds, the challenger, Brogan Holic. So Knights is a drink. There you go. But I did think it was funny, I'd pop it. Yes, the can itself is green, so it didn't show up on the camera, which is fine because I'm not supposed to show any branding anyway. But yeah, it was funny because I'm on the cider as well. Brad, ahoy there, mates, over on the TikTok. How's it going? Well, my same game multi is just smoking along nicely at the moment. I myself have no skin in the game for either game today in terms of who I support. The Roosters got the victory over the Knights earlier, and the Eels are doing a job on the Bulldogs at the moment. Neither one is my team. We just like to see a good close game, and that last one was a good close game till the second half. The Roosters caught up and ultimately ran away with it. Yes, Brad says, yeah, I can't believe what the Eels are doing considering all their players out. Exactly. But I was talking about this in the pregame, right? They do have a lot of injuries, but if you go through the list, that is still a solid starting lineup, at least. There are some unfamiliar faces on the interchange bench, but I mean, if you go through their starting lineup, it's not a crap team by any stretch of the imagination. So even though they do have guys out, it's still a very solid starting lineup. Whether or not they can keep up the intensity, it depends how the interchange is used, I think. Depends on how they use the bench. Because you don't want too many of those unknown guys out there at once, if you know what I mean. But I've been so impressed with Ronald Volkman. So impressed. I actually said, and I might have been getting ahead of myself a little bit, I basically just said, bugger Jonah Pezzett off to the Broncos now. He's not needed. But then, of course, obviously that'd be craziness because if there's injuries, Jonah Pezzett might be needed. But yeah, it wasn't meant to be a dig at Jonah Pezzett. It was more a pat on the back for Ronald Volkman and how good he's been playing today. Highlanders fan, ahoy there, mate. If the Eels win, Storm go to 15th. Jonathan Manson. Ahoy, mates. Is this a post we won over the Panthers celebratory? Could be. Could very well be. Although, I think, honestly, the Bulldogs started defensively exactly the same as they started against the Panthers. They were up in the Eels' face. The Bulldogs owned the opening sort of... the opening 10 minutes or so was a bit of a stalemate, but then the Bulldogs were on top for a 6 or 7 minute period only, which is not long, I know, but for that 6 or 7 minutes after the initial feeling out process, it was Bulldogs on top. And then it was Marcelo Montoya who dropped the ball in the play the ball, gave the Eels possession to hit straight back after a Bulldogs try, and it's been all Eels ever since that moment. If Montoya doesn't drop that ball, who knows what halftime score we're actually looking at. Second half about to get underway, though, and it is Joash Papali who's got this set up on the kicking tee. Eels running right to left to start the second half. Bulldogs will be receiving and obviously going left to right as Papali sends it deep down to this near corner where it's taken by Galvin, and he's got Tuivaiti to run it back. Tuivaiti held up and driven back in field. 10 metres out from their own line, the Bulldogs. 18 points to 4, they trail. Second half, off and running. Aaron's, ahoy, mate. My thoughts on Moana getting kicked out of the comp next year. Money, mate. Money. It sucks, but it's understandable. I mean, that's always been the problem with the PI teams stepping up to the next level is the funding. If World Rugby is not willing to kick in, it's just not possible for this to survive, unfortunately. So it is unfortunate, but understandable as Papali takes the kick and he runs into a brick wall of Bulldogs defenders. Eels 20 out from their own line. Stepping back in field there is, who did we have there? I didn't quite see who it was. I apologize. But we know who this is. It's the Fox. And he bumps out of the first tackle before he runs into a group of players and gets driven back 5 metres. The Eels, 18 points to 4. And looking very, very comfortable. We'll see how some of these subs go. That was one of them there. Tony Mataeli. Fifth and last on halfway. Moses puts it high. It won't be a contestable ball. Easy taking the back for Tracy. Tracy finds half a gap, but then he runs into Mataeli. 20 metres out. Montoya spins out of the first tackle. Curran now bumps off one. And he's held up by Nanva. Taking the ground 30 metres out down this right edge. Back into midfield for Tuivaiti. Takes it to the 40. 2 tackles left this set for the Bulldogs. Hayward will kick early. And he kicks from inside the 40. Nice angle on it, but it spins back in field. And Papali picks it up. And he's copped a high shot there, has he, from Hayward? No, it's a perfect hit. Adokar from dummy half brings it out of the red zone. Nice heads-up play there from the Fox. Spins up, says Galvin, just isn't it for the Dogs. Only thing he has in his arsenal is that flat pass to Preston. As Penasini now takes it up to the 40. Short side go the Eels. Guymer hit hard by Kickow. Fifth and last on halfway. Moses sends it deep. Backing up for it is Tracy. Tracy winds up. Pace on Talon De Silva. And he's brought to ground. 20 out from their own line again here, the Bulldogs. 4 minutes gone in the second half. 18 points to 4. No change in the scoreline. Kiras. Taken down. 2-man tackle. 35 out. New midfield. Galvin wants it down the right side. Preston bobbles the ball in contact. Claims it on the second attempt. Man to Burton. The double pump and dummy. Can't sneak his way through. Fifth and last. 10 short of halfway. Back to Galvin for the kick. Stays inside the 40, but it's straight down the throat of the Fox at the back. Fires a huge ball over to Papali in midfield. And he just settles things down. 25 out from their own line. The Eels slow to get back in behind the play the ball. It'll take a couple of plays. Late offload there from Kelly. Gets the ball back. Kiraz is limping in back play. Keep an eye on that for the Dogs. Kiraz limping in back play. If the Eels can break through the line here, oh, they can't. They spill the ball in contact. Bulldogs come away with it. Counter-attack is on for Tracy. Fires it over to Galvin. Galvin steps back in field, straightens, and he's held up 5 short of halfway on 0 tackle. Kiraz is leaving the field. Kiraz is gone. Well, he already got a tick off the multi for us, so that's okay. And obviously we hope he's okay too. It's not all about our multis. Although it kind of is. 35 out in midfield, the Bulldogs. Man, goes left for Burton. Flat pass for Kickout, who spills it. Hayward toes it through. It's lost backwards, says the referee. And Galvin comes away with it, gives the short ball to Preston. Who do I have left? Jacob Preston and Will Penasini are the 2 left in my 4-legger. Nice inside ball for Double H, Harry Hayes. 20 metres out, right in front of the posts. Bulldogs go left again. Man to Burton. Burton dummies. Runs straight over the top of Moses, who holds on and brings him down 5 out from the line. Burton stays down. Burton in pain. He ran over the top of Moses, who held on to him. Certainly nothing illegal in the tackle. Nothing at all. He's just hurt himself a little bit there. Burton. His legs got trapped and kind of bent up in behind himself. Certainly wouldn't have felt good, but nothing illegal about it. I wouldn't have thought. Anyway, the referee is not calling Mitch Moses out here. No. Okay. Thank God. I was going to say, surely we haven't reached this point in the game. If that came back for anything, that would have been too much. We got some time off here. Burton getting tended to by the trainer. So I still need Jacob Preston and Will Penasini. The way that both attacks went in the first half, feeling pretty good about it. Happy to let this one ride out. So he runs over the top of Moses. Moses holds on and kind of back rolls, while still holding on to Burton's legs. 5th and last, Galvin from 15 out. Crossfield kick for Curran. And it's taken by Nunva. Attacking the ball. Araz Nunva. Beautiful work. And the Eels come away with it. 18 points to 4. They lead and they defend their line again. The Bulldogs not really offering a whole lot of variety. Must be said. Craig Howarth, ahoy, mate. Yeah, sometimes you need a good old reset. A good old modem reset. 5th and last for the Eels. Moses from well inside the 40. Sends it deep into the corner where it will be taken on the full by Tracy. 10 out from his own line. Fires it off in field for Jonathan Sewer to settle it in midfield. Out of their own red zone, the Bulldogs. Montoya hit hard by Walker. As there is Kiraz off the field on the bench. Ice on his knee. Another leg injury this weekend. Another leg injury to a Blues prospect this weekend. Through the hands left now. Kickow with his first run. Late offload goes to ground. Burton scoops it up. And it's with man in midfield now. 40 metres out from their own line. Just not clicking for the Bulldogs this week. Where's that form that they had against the Panthers? 5th and last. Short side for Galvin on halfway. Puts it straight down the throat of Papali. Takes it on the full. Papali heads across field. Beats one, but he's tripped up and taken down by Kurt Mann. Ryan Kelly brings it out of the 20. And, well, I thought I heard a referee's whistle. Good run from Penasini, though, nonetheless. Quick ruck ball now for De Silva. Gets the offload back for Walker. Walker dummies, takes it into the Bulldogs half, and he stands in the tackle. Guymer Mel, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you for everything you do. There's cheers, Guymer Mel. Very much appreciate the super chat and the support. Moses runs here on the 5th. Grubbers in behind the line for himself. Gets a second kick on it, and Galvin scoops it up. 5 out from the line. Moses trying to create something there. As Sherry now goes straight through half a gap. Bronson Sherry out to the 30. Galvin, dummies right, takes the line on, gets the late ball for Preston. Preston goes to ground, just short of the 40. Halfway through the set here, the Bulldogs, 9 gone in the second half. Montoya has had a rough night of it. Galvin now inside to Hayward. Hayward gets it off to Mann. Fires it left for Burton. Numbers everywhere for the Bulldogs. Burton goes on his own. He's tripped up but gets up and goes again. And he's taken the ground now 20 metres out. Kick out from dummy half. 5th and last. Fires it back in field. Goes to Galvin. Galvin's going to go on a run here. Takes it to the line. Cut out pass to Curran. Curran spills it. The pass was at his ankles, and Curran couldn't pick it up. Parramatta's defence in their own red zone. Applaudable. This is just frantic play from the Dogs. Burton gets on the outside. Oh, and he could have flicked it up there for Sewer. Jonathan Sewer was in open spaces. Burton just needed to give the flick. Dear, oh dear. Wasted opportunity again for the Dogs. Execution letting them down. And discipline letting them down when they're on defense. Big run here from Brian Kelly up to halfway. Post-contact meters. De Silva goes quickly. Forward pass to Walker, who spills it anyway. And Tupanua scoops it up. Counter attack on here for the Bulldogs. Tupanua tackled. 0. Inside the Eels half. Slow to get up and play it. Preston takes it to the 40 down this near edge. They've been given an opportunity here, the Bulldogs. They need to take advantage of it. Slow play the ball again. Hayward comes down the short side for Galvin. Flat pass for Preston. Preston tackled on the 20. Man to Burton. They go left now. Galvin goes through the gap. Moses has hold of him. Galvin slides, reaches out with the left arm and plants it down. Lockie Galvin gets the try. 18 points to 8, the kick to come. Bulldogs lined up left. Galvin takes on Moses. Galvin wins. It was Burton using Kickow as the decoy again. That is all Kickow's been doing. He has not received a single short ball. He is the decoy. It goes out the back to Galvin, who gets on the outside of Moses. Moses clings around his hips, but Galvin has that ball-carrying arm free, and he just reaches out and plants it down, and isn't he happy about it? Lockie Galvin. $18 points to 8 with the kick to come. The Bulldogs on the board in the second half. Kurt Mann featuring in midfield again. Seems like he's a very crucial part of this attacking lineup, Kurt Mann. Burton, 10 in from touch on this left edge. It's looking a lot better this time. He starts it in line with the left upright. It bends back through. Conversion successful from Burton. And it is 18 points to 10. Bulldogs finally get some reward. Finally get something together. I think we're in for a good finish. I mean, credit to the Eels for the way that they're playing and the way they're defending. Back underway. Parramatta send it deep down to Galvin. Tupanua from the back fence. 18 points to 10. Oh, Odd Poppet. Cheers for the super chat, my friend. Hang on, breaking news. Oh, Carraz ruled out. We knew that. Suspected MCL injury. Odd Poppet. Cheers, mates. For the super chat on YouTube. Grab another cider ready for WrestleMania. As the Bulldogs now play 4 up to their own 40. Hayward, Tracy, Dylan Edwards-Stiles. He takes the last hit up. 5th and last. Hayward to Galvin. Clear from halfway. He puts it high. Should be an easy take at the back, although putting pressure on Papali. Preston flying through. And Joash Papali does extremely well. Now the Fox. Back there, reliably as always, to take the hit up. You know when the Fox is switched on because he's back there to do the hard yakka out of the red zone. HV, thank you very much for the rose on TikTok. And CVRJ, cheers for the Gamer Cat. Very much appreciate it. And the hat and mustache. Thank you very much for the gifts over there on TikTok. As Dylan Walker held on the halfway line, well, that's going to create some conversation. 5th and last, Parramatta put the kick in. Open spaces in behind Montoya. Montoya versus the Fox. Montoya slips, and Fox has got him tackled in goal. Great vision from Mitch Moses to put it into the corner. Realised that Montoya was not tracking back, and then it became a foot race. And by the way, I gave Moses credit for the kick. It was actually Volkman. More praise for Ronald Volkman. The kick in behind Montoya. He had nowhere to go. Goal line dropout. Burton goes short again. Well, not really. He kicks it too heavy. And Papali will take it 20 out from the line. It wasn't long. It wasn't short. It was a nothing restart from Burton. And here come the Eels, building nicely. Alan De Silva to Moses. Moses gives it to Guymer, who has the ball stripped out. That'll be 6 more tackles for what it's worth on play 1. Still all right. It's worth 1 more tackle. Walker. Flat pass there for Moretti, who spills it. He can't hold on, Luca Moretti. Hayward has it in the in goal. Fires it out left for Sherry. Sherry steps in field. And he's wrapped up around the legs by Guymer. Burton now brings it out to the edge of the 20. Late offload back for Tracy. Tracy to Galvin. And he has Curran angling back in. They're full of running now, the Bulldogs. Curran loses it as he tries to play the ball. He's dropped it cold. And the Eels will get it back. You can't believe it. Josh Curran starting at centre tonight. Oh, and he is having a day to forget. Straight back to New South Wales Cup next week for Josh Curran. Which is crazy to think about. One of the standout players just a couple of seasons ago. DL, thank you very much for the heart me over there on TikTok. Oh, the gifts are flying in on the TikTok. Thank you very much. $30 out from the line now. The Eels, 18 points to 10. They lead. De Silva goes left for Walker. Out the back for Volkman. Nice ball back on the inside for Williams. 20 metres out from the line now. Quick play the ball. De Silva goes short side. Takes the line on. He's 5 out as he's put to ground. 2 tackles left. Papali into dummy half. Goes for Walker. Moses fires it right for Penasini. And he's caught by Burton and Sherry. And we've got time off here. Jacob. HIA. Oh! Jacob Preston off for a HIA. Jacob Preston off for a HIA. Oh, he's copped an elbow from Harry Hayes. Double H. Preston will bring Leo Thompson back onto the field. But the Eels, over on that right edge, they still have the ball. Penasini to play it on the 5th and last. Back to Moses. The crossfield kick. Looking for Nanva. Lost forward. Straight into the hands of Dylan Walker. And you wouldn't believe it. It's Josh Curran who loses the ball forward. It pops up onto the chest of Dylan Walker. And Dylan Walker scores. The Eels. Oh, that's DeBellin. The Eels are absolutely flying here. Dylan Walker, who is actually number 14. There we go. 22 points to 10. Kick to come. The Eels have refound their form big time. The Bulldogs smashed back to reality after their performance against the Panthers. Plenty of time left in this game, though. Let's not get carried away. But, wow. I'll tell you what, this competition this year, right? What we've seen in the opening 7 rounds is everybody beating everybody. The competition is so close. I mean, we are only 7 rounds in, I know, but I think if you look from second on the ladder, second or third on the ladder, as Moses converts from right in front, and the Eels lead 24 points to 10. If you look at like 3rd place on the ladder, all the way down to like 14th or so, there's only like 2 competition points between everybody. It is an insanely close competition this year. Fantastic. Anybody can beat anybody on a given day. Bulldogs with the restart. 24 points to 10. The Eels leading the Doggies. 20 minutes left. A quarter of the game to go. I see a cheeky amateur H-man sneaking into the chat. Big defense in midfield there. Double H, Harry Hayes and Leo Thompson. Driving Walker back to the 20. 2 tackles left now for the Eels. Junior Bolo to the 40. 5th and last. Moses gets the kick away. The Dogs have dropped back for it. Here's Tracy. Will take it 10 out from the line. Tracy heads back into midfield. Heading sideways. Now he straightens. He's brought down just outside the red zone. Bulldogs slow to get back in behind the ball. Here's Sewer. Beats one. Steals another 10 meters there. Jonathan Sewer. Sydney Brannigan. Ahoy there. Yes, exactly. Royal banger. 20 minutes left. Plenty of time for anything to happen yet. Preston is off for a HIA. I still need Penasini as well as Tracy. Loops around the back. Nanva bats the ball down. The Fox dives on it. It will be knocked on against the Eels. Some enterprising play there from the Dogs inside the Eels half. They will get the scrum. Craig Howarth says, Michelle, after a few beers, everyone has the same name. Here's a little way. You're hanging out at a show or something, or chilling at the pub, and oh, here we go. Preston, Category 2, undergoing head injury assessment. He might be back. Burton breaks away from the scrum. 25 out in midfield. Here's Thompson. Picked up by Junior Bolo. He's opposite and dumped on his back. 20 metres out midfield. Set restart for the Bulldogs. Burton goes left for Tracy, angling towards the sideline, and they bring him down easily there. Penasini with the hit. Sherry from dummy half comes back in field. Links up with Thompson, who knocks it on. Junior Bolo comes away with it. Counter-attack is on out left. Fires the huge cutout pass to Nunva, and he's brought down 20 metres out. Leo Thompson, what a huge mistake. Play one off the back of a set restart. Oh, the Eels are up for this. Papali centers the play. Cameron Serraldo looking like he's questioning life right now, the poor fella. Oh, you'd hate to be a coach. You'd really hate to be a coach. They're up 1 week. They're down the next. Moretti up over halfway. 2 tackles left. De Silva goes infield for Moses. Moses out to Guymer, who turns in the tackle of Kickow. 40 metres out, 5th and last. 17 and a half to play. Short side for Moses. Puts it high. A contestable ball here is going to land on the 20. Oh, they didn't quite get through, the Parramatta Chasers. Sewer brings it outside the 20 for the Bulldogs. Sewer got a very impressive head of hair. Look at, he's got the afro going on. Oh, breaking news. Riley Smith ruled out with a sternum injury. That's why I didn't even know. I apologize, Riley Smith. I didn't even notice. I mean, I knew that Talon De Silva was on the field. I thought it was just a regulation interchange. Didn't realize the poor fella had a busted sternum. Nice ball from Thompson here for Kurt Mann. Tackled on halfway. 5th and last. Burton hits it at pace, runs it to the 40, puts it high. Contestable kick. Parramatta let Kickow tap it back for Burton. Burton down the short side, kicks into Moses, and it sets up for Bronson Sherry for 6 more tackles. Not played at. Handover. Burton kicked it into Moses. Referee says not played at. Set restart doesn't apply. And it will be a changeover. And he clearly hasn't played at it either. That is the right call from the officials. And we don't get to say that very often in the NRL these days. Oh, there's Riley Smith with the busted sternum. Oh, that is poor fella. You just want to go. You just want to leap through the screen and give the poor guy a hug. He looks so sad. Oh, that is a very dejected looking Riley Smith, clutching his sternum on the sideline. Oh, I don't think I've ever felt so bad for a player before. He just looks so sad. Anyway, Eels, 10 short of halfway. 16 minutes left to play. Up the Eels on TikTok says, nice one, Burton. It's a crazy old competition, isn't it? As the Eels go into Bulldogs territory again. 1 week, you're knocking off the 4 in a row premiers quite convincingly. The next week, you're getting your ass handed to you by Parramatta. Sherry brings it outside the 20. 15 and a half minutes to play. Montoya taking the ground, 30 out. Tracy, no one running up with him. Nobody to pass to. Pens away from Moses, though, and switches direction. Galvin now calls Tupanua on the inside. This is a completely headless play from the Bulldogs. They are rattled. Salmon takes tackle 5, short of the halfway line. Burton, a high looping kick. There's a tester for Papali, who passes with flying colours. Joash Papali, what a performance it's been from him tonight. Takes the Burton high ball, and the Eels are back in possession. 14 and a half to play. 24 points to 10, comfortably ahead. Penasini up over the 40. Up the Eels, says most painless watch of the year. They have been so good today, the Eels. Tackle 4 on halfway. Those silly little errors, the coach killers. We haven't been seeing them. 5th and last. Moses down the short side from 40 out, puts it high. Tracy backing up for it, takes it on his own goal line. Returns it to the 10, and there is a wall of Eels defense there waiting for him, led by Junior Bolo. Sewer to the 20, and he's put on his back by Walker. Walker tries to strip it out as he goes to ground. One-on-one steal it would have been. Play on. Thompson holds onto the ball this time. Hughes is picked up and dumped in the tackle. Jack Williams. This is huge defense from the Eels. Jacob Preston has passed his HIA. He will return. Our multi still on. Galvin from halfway puts the kick down. Easy take at the back for the Fox. He calls it. Don't worry, Joash, it's mine. And Foxy returns it to the 20. The Eels happy to let the Bulldogs just plug away from their own end of the field. Kick the ball back to us. And we'll get through this game as Kelly takes it outside the 30. And a big run here for the Eels up towards the halfway line. Penasini. Oh. Matt Burton is in trouble in back play. Matt Burton getting looked at by the trainer. The crowd not happy. The crowd's booing. They want the game to go on. Matt Burton, the latest injury concern here for the Bulldogs. Penasini's run straight over the top of him, and Burton stayed down after that hit. Doesn't look happy. 12 and a half minutes to play. Through the hands now left. Volkman drops it off inside for Williams to take it up over the halfway line. Williams stands in the tackle. 5th and last, 40 out. Moses is going to go on a run. He gets on the outside now. Moses puts the kick up from 30 out. Contestable ball. Sewer spills it. It sits up for Guymer, and the Eels are back in possession. Full set of 6. Here they come, looking for the KO. 10 meters out from the line. De Silva to Moses. Volkman heads across field. Links up with Papali. Numbers left. It's the Fox who has to stop and step back in field. Stays just inside the sideline. Penalty to the Eels. The referees marching them back to the 20-meter line right out in front where there's been a penalty for a late tackle. 11 and a half minutes to go. Oh, Leo Thompson has cleaned up Mitch Moses after the pass. 15 meters out right in front. Moses laying down the law. The captain, come on, focus. The game is in our hands. Destiny in our hands right now. Oh, what a performance this has been for the Eels. What a wake-up call / reality check, whatever you want to call it, for the Bulldogs. They were so high after defeating the Panthers so comprehensively. What an absolute smash back down to earth this has been. Where's heel fries? Moses cleaned up by Leo Thompson after the pass. They're going to take the 2 here. Mitchell Moses, 15 out right in front. Parramatta taking a shot at the 2. Taking his time, lining this up, winding down the clock in the process. Simple kick from right in front. Moses moves in, pops it over. Penalty goal. And the Eels lead 26 points to 10. Tonya, 097, ahoy. And Bundy over there on TikTok. Welcome along. Nice to see you over there. Place to World of Sports, live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on TikTok. Each and every weekend. Not necessarily for every game. As from the kickoff, Bulldogs go short, and De Silva breaks away for the Eels. Talon De Silva scores from the kickoff. Talon De Silva from the kickoff. Well, that's Dylan Walker. That's the wrong guy. The Bulldogs have gone short with the restart, and the Eels break away. Burton goes short. Bulldogs win the battle in the air. Bat the ball back. Curran spills it straight into the hands of Talon De Silva. De Silva had nobody in front of him, and he races from halfway to score. 30 points to 10, the kick to come. Now I've got to figure out what number Talon De Silva is. He is 15. I mean, 15's not his actual number in the game. 15 on my buttons, on my broadcast system. Talon De Silva from the kickoff. It is 30 points to 10. The Bulldogs go short with the restart. Bat the ball back. And Josh Curran, who will be having nightmares for the rest of his life about this day, bats it back. Talon De Silva scoops it up, and nobody in front of him. We did talk about it being the oldies week at the Eels, celebrating the victorious team of years gone by. And yes, maybe they should get them back every week, huh? Mitch Moses, 10 in from touch on this left edge. Moves in, starts it out to the right. It bends, and it sneaks through. Conversion successful for Mitch Moses. 32 points to 10. Wow. Who wants to be tipping 2026? Seven minutes 40 to go. Jason Riles with the typical coach poker face. He put his head in his hands there. He's actually smiling under that, but you can't let that be seen on camera. Bulldogs go short again, and this time Hughes picks it up, gives it away to Leo Thompson, who carries it inside the 20. Here come the Bulldogs now. Hayward to Salmon. Burton now sends it left for Tracy. Tracy to Sherry. Sherry for Sewer. And the Bulldogs score. This is Rugby League Live 4 kind of stuff, this. 32-14. Kick to come. Try for Jonathan Sewer. And I'll just confirm that he is actually number 19. He's number 18 in my list. Of course he is. Of course, he's a different number. Poor guy doesn't even have a photo. 32 points to 14. Kick to come. Jonathan Sewer and his immaculate afro. Look at that thing bouncing up and down as he ran down the sideline. Matt Burton races through this kick and he puts it on target. Conversion successful. 32 points to 16. Raining tries. What a crazy game this has been, right? This has just been insane. Bulldogs with a short kickoff that the Eels score from off the bat back. So they go short again and they score 2 plays later themselves. (32-16). Eels with the kickoff. Joash Papali gets us underway. Sends it deep into the in-goal. Taken by Galvin. And who's he got running with him? Sam Hughes, I believe. Bulldogs driven towards the sideline. Inside their own 20. Montoya takes on Walker. 6 minutes left to play. Tracy heads across field for Burton. Steps back inside. Slips as the gap opens up. Can't take advantage of it. Halfway through the set now, the Dogs. Galvin drops it off inside for Preston. Familiar play, that one. Hayward. To Salmon. Burton goes out the back for Tracy. Steps back in field. Taken down by Moses. 5th and last on halfway. Burton in midfield. They're going to run here. Burton goes straight up the middle. Nobody to pass to, though. Fires it into nobody. It sits up for Galvin. Galvin chips over the top. Taken by Montoya at pace. And Montoya throws it 20 metres forward for some unknown reason. I mean, obviously, he was trying to flick it back behind himself. But ultimately, it just went straight up in the air forward. Handover here for the Eels. 10 short of halfway. It was panic play. It had to be panic play for the Bulldogs. Time's running out. There's 2 balls on the field for a moment. Galvin flicks that one away. Nanva takes it back into midfield for the Eels. 32 points to 16. Parramatta. What a performance. They set things up on halfway. They don't need to do anything crazy now. Of course, the Eels, they've got this game in the bag. Walker has been immense, as always. 3 metres out from the line. Junior Borlo backs into the defensive Hughes, stands in the tackle. They drop into ground finally after some post-contact meters. Short side from Moses, 20 metres out. Dinks it in over the top. Contestable ball. Lost forward by the Bulldogs. Sets up for Penasini. Will Penasini will dive over and score. It's tick number 3 off the multi. Oh, we are a Jacob Preston away. We are going to fall a Jacob Preston away from hitting this multi. There's the try for Penasini. More ass than class, as I like to say, but it is what it is. We got 3 ticks down out of the 4. I'm happy enough with that. Penasini in the corner. 36 points to 16. The Eels have run riot. Can Jacob Preston somehow jag a consolation try here in some capacity? Try is confirmed. Penasini, 7 tries in 9 games against the Bulldogs. That's why I had him in there. He loves to score tries against the Doggies. opportunistic as that one might have been. Tonya, 097, you need Leo Thompson to get over. Mitchell Moses from the far right touchline with 3.5 minutes to play. Moses moves in. He starts it to the right. It's bending. It's straight down the middle. And he is fired up, Mitch Moses. Conversion successful. 38 points to 16. Welcome back to reality, Bulldogs. They defeat the best team in the competition over the last 5 or 6 years comprehensively last week. They get their own asses handed to them this week. What the hell is going on in season 2026? Run, Fox, forever. Ahoy, mate. Bulldogs again. They go short with the restart, and Preston claims it. Bulldogs ball. Preston gets up and goes again, but it's called a knock on. Captain's challenge incoming. I'll tell you what, Preston was away there. Preston was away. That call of knock on by the referee might have just balls me out of my multi. Let's see. Does he knock it on? Captain's challenge by the Bulldogs. Preston loses the ball onto the back of his neck. He spins around and then grabs it again before it hits the ground. And that's play on. And the referee has just screwed me out of my multi. You cheeky bugger. Because Jacob Preston, after this, not held, gets up and goes again. The line was wide open. That cheeky sod just screwed me out of my multi. The late try for Preston was on. Challenge successful. And the Bulldogs will play it now 30 metres out from the line. And they've got a full set of 6. Mr. Tuivaiti says they heard what you wanted and didn't want you to have it. Well, that's just typical. See, the NRL really don't like me because I call out all the nonsense. Kick out. His first real crash ball of the night. Gets the late offload back for Hayward. Gives it to Salmon now. 10 metres out in midfield. Hughes to Galvin. Preston on the short ball. Oh, and he's hurt his leg, Preston. Of course he has. He's up and plays it quickly. Thompson to Galvin. They go left now, the Dogs. 2-on-1 here. Sherry dummies and goes on his own. Reaches out and plants it down. Bronson Sherry. Somebody needed him, I think, in the TikTok chat. Somebody needed Bronson Sherry. I thought he'd screwed it up. They had a 2-on-1 here with Brian Kelly backtracking in defense. Sherry went on his own. Oh, jeez. Burton from the sideline. It's not even close. Bronson Sherry. There we go. 38 points to 20 it remains. 2 minutes to go. Bulldogs with a consolation try. They might still get another one. They could jag another one here for Preston. Slow to get this one back underway. Moses They're in no hurry, the Eels. Why would they be? Joash Papali with the restart. Sends it deep for Galvin. Galvin will have Thompson charging up from the back fence. Met by Dylan Walker, DeBellin, and Pryke. Salmon, dummies out to the left, thinking about the early shift. 2 minutes to go. Galvin to Preston. Spins into the contact of Volkman, and Volkman brings him down. Salmon at first receiver. They head left now for Kickow, taken down by Moses. Kickow keeps it alive, though. Sherry comes back in field, fires a huge ball over to Salmon. Now Thompson goes again for Preston to break straight through. Jacob Preston's up over the 40. He's up over halfway. He kicks in field, and tracking back is Papali. Shadows it into touch. Oh. Preston. 1 minute to go. The Eels will get the ball. Narimu Tuhaka. Did I win my multi? No, I need Jacob Preston, mate. I've got all the other 3 legs. I just need Jacob Preston. We got time off here. Inside the final minute of the game. Ronald Volkman looks like he's going off for a HIA. It's always exciting when the last player that you need makes a break right on the siren. And Volkman, what a performance it's been for Ronald Volkman tonight. He came off second best in that hit against Preston, but yeah, he was clutching at his head and at his jaw. He leaves the field, copped a bit of a bone rattler. 47 seconds to go. Kickout tries to rip the ball free and does so, but illegally. Penalty to the Eels. 39 seconds left. Moses in no hurry to get this one going again. $38 points to 20. The Parramatta Eels take a bow. Moses finds touch on halfway. This will be the last play of the game. And let's see, what do they do here, the Eels? What do they do? This will be the last play of the game. Do they try something miraculous, or do they just surrender in the tackle? They surrender in the tackle. They're happy enough. And why wouldn't they be? 38 points to 10. They have absolutely smashed the Bulldogs. Mitch Moses is happy. Jason Riles is happy. Eels supporters everywhere are happy. 38 points to 10. They've also uncovered a future superstar in Ronald Volkman. What a night to be an Eel. 38 points to 20. Lazar, ahoy, mate. And this competition, my God. Honestly, how do you tip season 2026? I thought it was bad enough last year. It's got even worse this year. I'm starting to think that any sort of logic and common sense just needs to go. Just forget it. If you think you're onto something, just forget it. Parramatta injury ravaged, so maybe the Bulldogs are a very good chance of winning. We'll tip the Bulldogs. No, forget that sense of logic and common sense. That's not how it works in 2026, clearly. What a performance from the Eels, though. To be applauded. Ronald Volkman, man of the match for me. I don't know who will ultimately get man of the match, but for mine, Ronald Volkman. Even though he didn't quite see out the 80 minutes, not quite. He fell just a couple of minutes short. But, yeah, Volkman for mine. What say you, chat room? Do you agree, disagree? Volkman for man of the match. Standout performance. Either way, big victory here for the Parramatta Eels. Thank you so much, Waste of Water Sports crew, for jumping on and joining me for this one. Waste of Water Sports live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on TikTok each and every weekend. Not necessarily every single game, but every single weekend. And we also do plenty of rugby union and stuff as well. So it's not just NRL, not just rugby league. As I said earlier, just to prepare diehard, etched-on rugby league supporters, NRL supporters, just to prepare you for it. When Super Rugby union's my game. Like, I love rugby union first and foremost. Once Super Rugby gets to finals time, my attention will switch. Just to let you all know. That's just a polite heads up. When Super Rugby gets to finals time, whatever game of NRL is on that weekend, not happening, because I'll be commentating the Super Rugby. And when Rugby Championship is on and the All Blacks are playing, forget about it. There'll be no league that day. K1 Chefs says, am I right in saying our rugby union in the UK is better than Super Rugby? Yes, you are 100% right. It's just, obviously, here in Australia, it is a really bollocks time zone to cover the games over there. I wish that I could cover so many more European rugby union competitions. Just the time zone, you know? It's like, for me, that'd be like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 6 a.m. Difficult to do all the time. Difficult to commit to with work and everything else. But yes, you are absolutely correct in that, K1 Chefs. Mr. Twirbal is just waiting for my commentary on Gaelic football. I love Gaelic football, man. I really do. I really do. I've talked about it on the streams before. They used to do Ireland versus Australia international, and it was the Aussie AFL players versus Ireland in Gaelic football, and I loved it. It was one of the best. It was like, okay, how do we make AFL exciting? Play it under Gaelic football rules. That's the answer. Some of the most fantastic stuff I'd ever seen. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I very much appreciate it. It's been a long weekend, and I do have a little more work to do for my regular job outside of this. So thank you for joining me. We'll keep this one short and sweet. 38 points to 20. The Parramatta Eels have pulled off an almighty ambush here on the Bulldogs. And we saw a song request. Okay, Odd Poppet wants the new version of the theme song to play us out. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, cheers. Waste of Water Sports, live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on TikTok. Just search for us on pretty much everywhere but Facebook. Facebook can go to hell. But pretty much everywhere else, Waste of Water Sports, you should be able to find us. We're even on Instagram, even though I don't really post there. Waste of Water Sports, live each and every weekend. All right, cheers, everyone. Much appreciated. All the gifts, all the super chats. Love you all. Cheers.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey! Ahoy! We're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Whoa, whoa. jokes and teddy pantsless. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and then we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in a world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we lay down our bets. No serious analysis, no expert critique, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. Sideline jokes and post-match tales, all the big goofs and epic fails. We're not so serious and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy! Ahoy! We're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in a world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Wasted world of sports, here's to more cheers. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer.